been wandering alone for so long, I thought I'd never see another soul again. I was kidnapped by these bandits weeks ago. They locked me up in the towers near Mistwatch. I managed to pick the lock and slip out while the guards slept, but now I'm completely lost. Can you help me, please? Oh, thank you. But I should be fine now that you've shown me the way. But those bandits have to be stopped. They're at Mistwatch. Here, let me show you on your map. If you can stop them, you'll be a true hero.
So serious about beards. So many beards. Maid thinks they wish they had glorious beards like Kajit. Maid is very practical. He has no need for mysticism. Maid does not remember his childhood. Maid is tired now. Who bothers somebody else?
I'm just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me. It's so nice to have a visitor.
Close. I'll bury you. What? Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. All right, then.
Make yourself at home.
I told you my sister would help us out.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
You are going to brew a new batch of ale, right? Like we talked about? What we have been sitting in that barrel for over a month.
Yep.
Wait, let me guess. You'll get to it later.
Don't I always?
I don't suppose I could convince you to take care of it now, could I?
No.
I should have guessed.
This is a look. Favorite hymn. One of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did sweat. And brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made. But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed." So then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. The age of aggression is just about
We got
done.
drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Until next time.
Drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel we will take back our home.
The sooner... Take a look.
Make yourself at home.
handle yourself well, you could make for a decent shield, brother. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in Jorvaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Need something?
Need a horse? Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Warm sands, friend. How may this one serve you? The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. There are cities so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly. An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away, but for those with courage, there is much profit to be made. Take a look. May your road lead you to warm sands.
The warm sands of Elsewhere.
We are creatures of the deep.
From here. Welcome to Khajiit's humble camp. I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
All this talk of dragons returning to the world makes me a little nervous.
You must protect us.
You look strong. Come to your Vasker and be a companion. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. All right then.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Looking to protect yourself, or deal some damage? Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
I
like your robes. Are you a sorcerer? From the college?
Because I'm a gray man doesn't mean I can't earn my own keep. I didn't mean...
Come to chat with an old woman, Do your good deed.
Well met, Traveler. What brings you to Whiterun? Truly? By shore, this city could use more like you. Best head up to Dragon's Reach then, and see the Jarl. He's Lord of Whiterun, and can set you on the path. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymanes. Our family's been closest kin for generations, but Ulfric Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, Jorvaskr. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one.
Here to buy food, Museum. I suppose you don't need to worry.
Man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, sell her in a second. I assure you, I'm prepared to make any deal. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little joke. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. do come back.
Foolish old. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son, What of Thorold?
Spare a
Is he
coin for a
nothing?
fellow who's down on his
So
luck.
don't talk to me about
You can
son.
spend it on drinks at the Bannered Man.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
That's what I thought. I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you
Finest
believe
cuts,
this
fresh
old
from the wilds.
hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cellar. He's my prisoner. Face it, coward. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you
Chops and
best
steaks
keep
fit
your
for a
mouth shut
jarl.
before you
Come and
suffer
see
the
my
same.
selection of the finest.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battleborn, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face.
Did you bring some
It's not
presents,
wise
Papa?
to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home.
Let me guess.
I'll tell
You're
you the
saying it's
whole
because of this
story.
trouble
Had
with
enough
the
of
storm
fish and
cloaks?
fowl? Treat yourself and your kin to a
Exactly.
choice cut of steak
Road
or a
patrols
tender
were
rack
cut
of
in
ribs.
half because the Jarl needed soldiers. Now the bandits are bolder than ever. They've been raiding the farms for food, and supplies are scarcer than ever. Maybe I should sell swords and armor instead.
Maybe. But they wouldn't taste as good as a loaf of fresh-baked pumpernickel.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll
Give
put
me
it
your
plainly.
money.
You can claim your sword, or you can keep
I
your
don't
wife.
have any money. You better give me 5 seconds right now, or I'm gonna bloody you. No, please! I really don't have any money, Brave.
Saphir.
I'll give you 10 septims
Wait,
tomorrow.
I-
Just don't hit me. 10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn. Or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
Welcome to our home.
Mother, what's the meaning of this? Who have you brought into our home?
Avrstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battleborn? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother.
Can I help you?
So, you're here to help? My brother Thorold. He was fighting for the Stormcloaks and went missing. Everyone assumes he's dead. But he's not. I just know it. The Imperials captured him, and they're holding him someplace. The Battleborns know where. I'd go and search their house for proof, but they want me to. I'd be captured, and then we'll never know what happened to him. So I need someone to find that proof for me. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorold didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorold supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it. Anything that confirms that Thorald isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. Best if you didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
Thorald's disappearance has left our family in shambles. It's hardly a secret that they have ties to the Empire and hate anyone who speaks out against it. Thorald did worse. He took action against the Empire, and the Battleborns knew it. He's my son. I feel it in my heart. Oh, you'd understand if you had children. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband, Eorland, tends the Skyforge up at Jorrvaskr. The Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Halls. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing Battleborns. Don't even get me started on that lot. They put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history. You take care of yourself now.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Looking for my husband, Nazim? Check the Jarl's backside. That's usually where he stuffs himself these days.
God's bless you, Healer.
Yeah?
So sick. Can hardly stand it.
Thank you. The pain is already easing.
Mister, could you... Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. It's what Breton said I should do. He's the only one that's been nice to me since Mama. Since she died. My aunt and uncle took over our farm and threw me out. Said I wasn't good for anything. I wound up here, but I don't know what to do. I miss her so much. Really? Do you have a place I could live? Oh, well. Thanks anyway, I suppose.
the chosen... You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here, and in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice. And with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. Terrible and powerful Talos, we, your unworthy servants, give praise, for only through your grace and benevolence may we truly reach enlightenment and deserve our praise you do, for we are one. Ere you ascended, and the 8 became 9, you walked among us, great Talos, not as God, but as man! Ah, you were once man, aye, and as man you... Let me show you the power of Talos, Stormcrown, born of the North. My bread is long winter. I breathe now in royalty.
Those two at it again?
I knew it. Watch the eyes.
Nice.
What are you waiting for?
Lucky hit. Out of our guide.
You're pathetic!
I just tried to keep out of the way when they start roughhousing. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me. A stranger comes to our hall. Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit. Good.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye. The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it. Pretty good arm you have there. Not that. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are. Fancy robes. You a wizard or something? You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden. To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jürgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. Good day.
Haven't seen your face before. I'm watching you.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. He took me in and helped me turn my life around. To hear Vignar tell it, we're a bunch of layabouts and useless whiners who used to know how to fight. But he thinks everything used to be better. I, for one, would trust any companion with my life. Oh, I'm not a companion myself. I just help Vignar. He took me in when I was having a tough time and... well, I owe him. And we've done as much as we can to prepare for that. But remember, Whiterun is home to the companions. Any dragon that comes here will get more than he's bargained for. I think. Farewell, sir.
Hello, child of Kinneret. Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. Grace of Kinneret be with you.
Tired of bread and stew? Had enough of
Life's
fish
hard
and fowl?
enough with all these men
Treat yourself
propositioning
and
me.
your kin to a choice
But that
amount of steak,
bard is the
a tender
worst.
rack of ribs.
That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the Bannered Mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh! If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I offer remedies for ailments both common and rare. Do let me know. Interesting mixture. Keep experimenting. You'll improve with practice. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. You'll find tonics, salves, poultices, and potions on my shelves. Browse to your heart's content. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. Pardon me. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Until next time.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlin Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group, but every man is his own. Every woman, her own. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. That's a good man. Got a lot of steel to shape. The Skyforge? I, my clan fathers have worked it since the first Greymanes came to Whiterun. Skyforge steel is all the Companions will use, for good reason. By Izmir's beard, I ain't one for humor. You know who the Companions are, so quit your asking. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforge steel is my art and honor. The Companions need the best, so they come to me. Gods be praised. Mm-hmm. Gods be praised. We done?
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace.
I suppose you have another
Until next
question?
time.